Let the record reflect. A protective order is not the end. It is the moment the game stops being personal and becomes procedural. When access is revoked, manipulation does not vanish. It reroutes. It disguises itself. It changes clothes. They do not say, I want control. They say, I'm worried. They do not say, I need access. They say, can we talk like adults? They do not say, I'm recruiting witnesses. They say, I just want to make sure you're okay. This case file is about the countermove, the retaliation that arrives wearing clean hands, the sabotage that pretends to be paperwork, the pressure that tries to make you violate your own perimeter so the record can be rewritten. Because that's the objective now, not connection, not closure, plausible deniability. The system wants one outcome, a reaction that grants its jurisdiction again.
The countermove sequence.
The countermove is not random. It is a sequence, a procedure, and it runs the same way because it works. Phase 1, probe, a harmless ping, a simple checking in on you, a soft re-entry through a neutral mouth. They are not reaching out. They are measuring your perimeter. Phase 2, pressure. The crowd gets activated. The peace people arrive. The moral language shows up. Forgiveness, closure, family, maturity. Translation: collapse your boundary voluntarily so no one has to look guilty. Phase 3, paper. If pressure fails, it turns institutional. Complaints, wellness checks, reports, concern submitted as documentation. Not to find truth, but to create the appearance of truth. Phase 4, punish. If you still don't return to jurisdiction, they escalate consequences, meaning social isolation, reputation sabotage, administrative obstruction. They don't want you back because they miss you. They want you back because your absence break their control model. So now you stop asking, why are they doing this? You start asking, which phase is this? Because once you identify the phase, the response becomes automatic. And an automatic response is how you stay out of court.
The moment after.
The first failure point after enforcement is assuming it ends things. It doesn't. It changes the method. Direct contact gets replaced with indirect contact, public performance, third-party pressure, false concern, soft threats, and administrative interference. And the trap is subtle. It's subtle because it's designed to make your boundary look extreme, designed to make your silence look cold, designed to bait you into proving you deserve protection. But the record does not require you to be lovable. The record requires you to be consistent. Your posture now is not emotional, it's operational. If the protective order was the lock, then this episode is where you stop standing at the door listening for footsteps. You stop checking the handle. You stop negotiating with the hallway. You live your life. And when the reroute arrives, you recognize it, you log it, you enforce.
Concern as a weapon.
This smear campaign does not always start as an attack. It starts as a file folder, a narrative packet, a pre-written explanation for why you withdrew access. And it usually has 3 goals. 1, make your boundary look unstable. 2, make their pursuit look noble. 3, recruit a crowd to pressure you back into contact. Listen closely to the language. It repeats across mouths that aren't the source. That's how you know it's routed. I'm just worried. She's not herself. He's being influenced. I don't want to take sides. We just want peace. Life is too short. Let it go. Translation: return to the old agreement. The one where your nervous system was a public resource. The one where your silence was punished. The one where your boundaries had to be approved to be real. That is not a misunderstanding. That is messaging. And messaging has a cure. No debate, one statement, no repetition.
Administrative warfare.
When direct access fails, many systems go institutional. They file complaints, they request wellness checks, they contact your workplace, they message your family, they submit concerns to anyone with a badge, a title, or authority. Not because you are dangerous, not even because you are in danger, simply because they need a paper trail that implies you are the problem. This is where people stall because institutions feels heavy, official, permanent. But hear this clearly. Institutions run on documentation. So you respond with documentation, not emotion, not a backstory, not a TED Talk about your pain. When administrative warfare begins, your strategy is simple. Make everything written, everything. No phone calls, no quick chats, no hallway conversations. If someone wants a statement, you give it like this. I'm not discussing private matters. If there is a formal complaint, please submit it in writing. I will respond through the appropriate channel. That's it. That's all. No extra. Extra is where the system gets material. Because the goal of administrative warfare is not truth. It's volume, confusion, contradiction. Anything that makes your reality look messy enough to discredit. So you do the opposite. You become clean. You become simple. You become consistent.
The gatekeeper brief.
A perimeter fails when the house is porous, meaning too many people still have keys. You cannot enforce a boundary while your circle plays courier. You cannot run a clean perimeter while your phone stays a mailbox for someone else's agenda. So you need to brief the gatekeepers. Not everyone, only the people who control access lanes. Workplace, building staff, school admins, close family, childcare, mutual friends who love to keep the peace. Your brief is short. It is not a confession. It is not a plea. It is protocol. Use language like this. There is a no contact boundary in place. Do not relay messages. Do not provide updates. If contact attempts come through you, do not respond. Forward the information to me and end the exchange. If someone resists, if they want details, if they want your side, that person is not a gatekeeper. That person is a leak. And leaks don't get arguments. Leaks get sealed.
The reputation firewall.
After the countermove begins, your name will travel, sometimes in whispers, sermons, captions, prayer requests. The reflex is to correct every lie. That reflex is conditioned, and it is also the trap. Rebuttal creates a public courtroom, and the system performs best in courtrooms, where the audience is the leverage. So your rule is this: no open court. You prepare one statement. You repeat it only when necessary. You do not elaborate. Here are 3 options. Choose the one that matches the situation, okay? Option 1, I'm not discussing private matters publicly. If something concerns you, I trust you'll handle it through the appropriate channel. Option 2, I'm aware of what's being said. I'm not participating in it. My decision stands. Option 3, I'm not available for triangulation. If you need to choose a narrative, choose one. I will not help you rewrite it. Then you stop, because your reputation is not defended by noise. It's defended by consistency over time. One side is building a life. The other side is building a story.
Somatic aftershock.
Post-enforcement residual activation may persist. It's not a weakness, it's a conditioning residue. The system will try to exploit physiology, heart rate spikes at notifications, muscle tension at unfamiliar footsteps, stomach drop at your name in the wrong room. The mind rehearsing statements that won't be honored anyway. So, what you need to do now is run a protocol. Not spiritual fluff, not motivational quotes, a protocol. When the body spikes, do this. Name the state. Activation, alarm, hypervigilance. A label gives the brain a handle. Anchor the environment. Touch a cold surface. Plant both feet. Locate 3 static objects. Signal present time safety to the senses. Reduce input. Lower screen time. Stop rereading. Stop checking. Stop scanning their pages like it's the weather. Surveillance is still contact, just delayed. Execute one action. Block, log, save screenshot, send to folder, then return to your life. Objective: no reactionable output, no engagement, no testimony. Command maintained while the body returns to baseline.
Starve the eyes that watch.
If the system can't speak to you, it will watch you. If it can't watch you directly, it will watch you through someone else. So, tighten the digital perimeter, not as paranoia as hygiene. Lock down, double check privacy settings, tag permissions, location sharing, mutual follower access, old photos that reveal routine, workplace check-ins. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to hint at it. You don't need to perform strength. Just remove the lanes, because the system can only harvest what you leave exposed. And if you need a mantra for this section, it's simple: no free access to your pattern.
Verdict of motion denied.
Findings of fact. Contact attempts did not cease. They changed form. The concern was not concern. It was a delivery system. The crowd was not a community. It was an enforcement arm. The paperwork was not protection. It was leverage creation. The objective was not reconciliation. It was re-entry. The court notes. A boundary does not become invalid because it provokes entitlement. A perimeter does not require public approval to be enforceable. A witness does not owe a performance to be believed. The court does not reward pursuit. It penalizes circumvention. Disposition. The countermove is hereby classified as circumvention. All reroutes are treated as contact. All proxy pressure is treated as interference. All public concern narratives are treated as reputation routing. All administrative plays are treated as procedural harassment until proven otherwise. Sanctions authorized. Access remains revoked. Statements remain minimal. Documentation remains continuous. Gatekeepers remained brief. Leaks remain sealed. Digital lanes remain removed. No open court, no live testimony, no paragraph sent in the heat of the moment, because that paragraph is what they're hunting. A reaction they can staple to their story, a screenshot they can frame as instability, a moment they can point to and say, see, that is the loophole, that is the trap, and it is closed. Let the record reflect the perimeter held. The countermove arrived and found no witness, only a record, only a firewall, and a locked door that does not answer to their knocking. Case file 07, the countermove. Status anticipated and neutralized. Directive, identify the phase, deny jurisdiction, maintain chain of custody. I am Wolfie. Welcome to the resistance.